Good evening and welcome to the news at 4 on Leadership Television. My name is Winifred Ugbebo. The Nigerian Navy's Forward Operating Base (FOB) at the coastal waters of Ibaka in Umbo local government area of Akwa Ibom State has smashed a syndicate specializing in smuggling petroleum products and other contraband goods to Cameroon and other countries within the Gulf of Guinea region. Those arrested included 3 suspected oil thieves carrying through 2,000 liters of petrol and 1,000 cartons of beer for onward transmission to the neighboring Republic of Cameroon. The commanding officer of the base, Captain Uche Aneke, disclosed this while handing over the suspects, the seized items, and other essential goods worth millions of naira to the officials of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) Akwa Ibom Command. Receiving the items, suspects, and other goods, Assistant Superintendent of NSCDC, Mr. Willie Sunday, said the command would further investigate the case with a view to establishing the culpability and prosecution of the suspects. The Department of State Services (DSS) has arrested Kennedy Tabuko for allegedly leading an unregistered non-governmental organization (NGO) Niger Delta Development Initiative (NDDI) to blackmail certain high-profile officials of government. According to security sources, when targeted officials fail to meet Tabuko's demands, he will resort to organizing other unsuspecting groups to lead protest marches against the officials. One of such protest marches was held on Thursday morning at the National Assembly gate, where Tabuko led several groups to protest against what he claimed were moves by the federal lawmakers to stall a probe of the petroleum sector. The sources confirmed that unknown to Tabuko, security operatives had been on his trail after certain officials reported the several attempts he made to blackmail them into parting with huge sums of money and contracts or risk being embarrassed. The Defense Headquarters has lauded the arrest of controversial pro-Biafra agitator Simon Ekpa by Finnish Central Criminal Police. Ekpa was arrested alongside 4 others on Thursday on suspicion of terrorist activities. Ekpa leads a faction of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB), a violent group agitating for an independent state of Biafra. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, and the Director of Defense Information, Tuko Guso, in their separate statements on Thursday, described the arrest of Ekpa as a key victory in the fight against terrorism. Major General Buba said that Ekpa's arrest was an indication that the international community was in synergy with Nigeria in its efforts to fight terrorism. In quote, the CDS has always called for the arrest of Simon Ekpa following his deep involvement in fueling terrorism in southeast Nigeria. We are delighted about his arrest and glad that the international community is partnering with Nigeria in our fight against terrorism, he said. The Chief of Defense Staff had previously accused the Finnish government and the European Union of shielding and supporting Ekpa in his alleged terrorist activities in the southeast of Nigeria. The United States has indicted 9 persons for their involvement in a major money laundering scheme where cryptocurrencies were used to launder drug money from cartels in Mexico and Colombia. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Florida said the 9 individuals comprised to launder American currency and operated an unlicensed money transmitting business on Thursday. According to the superseding indictment, between 2020 and mid-2023, 9 defendants and their co-conspirators worked together to pick up bulk cash derived from drug sales in various cities throughout the United States. They would then coordinate to exchange the cash for cryptocurrency that was sent to wallets controlled by the defendants or their co-conspirators. The cryptocurrency would then be converted into cash and delivered to cartel leaders in Mexico and Colombia. All 9 defendants were charged with one count of conspiracy to commit money laundering and 1 count of the operation of an unlicensed money transmitting business. The court documents also reveal that the accused individuals also patronized black market exchanges, with some participants acting as physical couriers. Now, sports. Premier League clubs have voted to approve changes to rules governing commercial deals. At a meeting in London on Friday, clubs took under 30 minutes to approve the changes to Associated Party Transaction Regulations (APTS). Clubs voted 16 in favour and 4 against in taking decisions on the changes. Those that voted against the changes included Manchester City and Aston Villa, who had both written to clubs before the meeting seeking support. For changes to be approved, a minimum of 14 Premier League clubs needed to vote in favour. Friday's vote came after an independent panel found aspects of the Premier League's rules to be unlawful earlier this year, following a lawsuit instigated by Manchester City in October. Both the Premier League and Manchester City claimed victory after the decision of an arbitration panel over APTs, which sought to ensure sponsorships with companies linked to club owners represent fair market value and are not artificially inflated. By following meetings of its legal advisory group and financial controls advisory group, the Premier League proposed several amendments before Friday's vote in London. That concludes the news at 4 on leadership. Join us for more news on www.leadership.ng. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 08036886158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.